Jujutsu Rhapsody. I'm Tommy.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is episode 5 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Yes, so perhaps the last episode of the arc? Maybe
That's
not.
what people are saying, right?
That's the rumors. Maybe this for the next episode.
Yeah.
We're starting out with the intro. But we got a couple of interesting comments from last week I'd like to bring up.
Yeah.
So we have Toji's cursed spirit, the one that he kept putting stuff in the mouth, taking stuff out. That's the same one that Geto used in the movie of Jujutsu Kaisen against Yuta. Where he stored his 3-section staff, the special grade tool, Playful Cloud. So he does use that.
Interesting. This is where you got it.
And then also, that face when you remember Toji said he has trouble remembering guys' names, and then Megumi is considered a girl's name. Tobi's remembering him when he thinks about blessings. Peak.
Oh, Toji. He said Toby.
Yeah, so for this episode, what are you expecting? The main antagonist of this arc is dead. Everything's resolved, really.
Yeah. Well,
emotionally, not so much.
I mean, Geto and Gojo are hanging by a thread.
I'm really not looking forward to what's coming next with their emotional state.
Yeah, someone pointed out that Gojo was basically using Geto as his
moral compass
because he just couldn't attach to anything anymore at that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe we find out what happens in this episode. So guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like your time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, you can see the uncut version of this episode or anything else that we do with Patreon down below. As always, thank you for being here. See you in discussion.
1 year later. Ooh, okay.
A year. Cool. She hit him.
術式対象の自動選択か。そう。
Oh.
正確に言うと、術式対象は俺だけど、重力の強弱だけじゃなく、出力の速度、形状
Even more OP.
体の危険度を選別できる。毒物なんかも選別できればいいんだけど、それはまだ難しいかな。これなら最小限のリソースで無加減呪術をほぼ出しっぱり。
Minimal resources. Okay.
Oh, he does not look okay. Did you see Geto?
Geto.
No.
Yeah.
術式からやってた勝因の省略が完璧。赤と青。それぞれの複数同時発動もぼちぼち。
Wow.
は領域と長距離の瞬間移動かな。
Look at him.
サトルは最強になった。
Yeah.
すぐれ、ちょっと痩せた。
Yeah.
大丈夫か？
Oh wow. He did not even pay much attention. All alone?
Yeah. So he's off on his own too.
Oh.
No, the clapping is still in his head.
He was like this in episode 1. He felt this way.
Yeah.
But he had them to bounce off of.
Yeah. Now he's alone. Just the same thing he said. And he's still haunted by the clouds. Uh-oh. Aww. And then he breaks.
Oh. This is not the face of a well man.
No. He's trying too hard to keep himself together. That's all that's running in his head is the clapping. Oh dear. It's getting louder.
Oh! He swapped.
He swapped. Okay?
Think he's weak?
自分はあまり物事を深く考えないたちなので、
Okay.
自分にできることを精一杯頑張るのは気持ちがいいです。
Nanami?
君がゲト君、どんな女がタイプかな？
The lady.
Oh, the chick who,
Trains
Toto.
Toto, yeah.
Yeah.
自分はたくさん食べる子が好きです。
ほ
Immediately ends.
そうですよ。悪い人じゃないです。人を見る目には
I'm a great judge of character.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
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 He doesn't think he's a
はい。まずはあなたが答えてくださいよ。どちら様？
特級術師
Special grade.
雲行きって言えばわかるか
あなたが
Her.
な？いいね。
What did they say?
特級のくせに任務を全く受けず、
None.
海外をプラプラしてくれなし。
Deflates.
私好戦的だーい。
すねた。
冗談。でも 光線と方針が合わないのは本当。
Okay.
ここの人たちがやってるのは対症療法。私は原因療法がしたい。
The people?
呪霊の生まれない世界を作ろうよ。
Oh no, yeah, that's dealing with the people. New idea.
少し授業をしようか。1、全人類から呪力をなくす。2、全人類に呪力のコントロールを可能にさせる。1はね、結構いい線いくと思ったんだ。モデルケースもいたしね。
Oh.
モデルケース。
君もよく知っている人さ。全員
Toji? Oh, the heavenly blessing.
転用呪縛によって呪力が一般人並みになるケースはいくつか見てきたけど、呪力が完全にゼロなのは世界中探しても彼一人だ。
Drop to 0. Wow.
彼転用呪縛はサンプルも少ないし、
Uncommon.
本命は2だ。
Route number 2.
全人類に呪力の
So how do you do that?
Okay. Control darker
知
side.
ってる？術師からは呪霊は生まれないんだよ。もちろん
Oh no.
術師本人が死後呪いに転ずるのを除いてね。術師は呪力の漏出が非術師に比べ極端です。
So
Interesting.
kill all the non-sorcerers.
キャパの差もあるけど。
And there's the idea.
じゃあ非術師を皆殺しにするじゃないですか。
But that's genocide and we don't do that.
ゲトウ君、それはありだ。
It's possible.
いや、
というか多分それが一番
Lady!
Hear the clapping?
非術師を招き続け、生存戦略として術師に適応して要は進化を促す。鳥たちが翼
Oh my god, this woman.
恐怖が
I mean, it's just theory right now.
This is how we make this.
Well, sure, but
I mean,
She's not crazy enough.
she doesn't know he's this off.
I mean, look at his eye bags though. There must be a hint somewhere.
Uh-oh, that's a
わ
smile.
からないんです。呪術は非術師を守るためにあると考えていました。でも最近私の中で非術師の価値のようなものが揺らいでいます。
Yeah.
その段階じゃない。
Yet.
非術師を見下す君、それを否定する君。これらはただの思考された可能性だ。
He hasn't gone down the path
どち
yet.
らを本音にするのかは君がこれから選択する。
She's reading him really well. And she's gone.
Wish you had encouraged him down a better way though.
間が悪かったようだ。これからは特級同士3人仲良くしよう。
They're all special kids. Okay.
サトルには私から言っておきます。
あ、そうだ。最後に星漿体のことは気にしなくていい。あの時もう一人別の星漿体がいたか、すでに新しい星漿体が生まれたのか。
That was dealt with in my sleep.
Something sus happened.
体育聞いてね。
Oh, she didn't get his. I bet if he said it, she would have been like, "Get him out of the school immediately."
The more. Oh.
Is this Nanami?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh,
今はとにかく
did Haibara die?
Oh
今
no.
はサトルが必要
Oh man.
Yeah.
もうあの人一人でよくないですか。
Ah.
術師というマラソンゲーム。
Oh.
その果てにあるのが仲間の屍の山だとしたら。
Oh dear.
Oh.
事件の原因はもう私が取り除きました。
私の孫の子の2人が殺されかけたことがあります。それは違う。黙りなさい、バカ者め。
Oh, and he can see the cursed energy. Oh wow. Uh-oh.
一旦外
Oh,
に出ましょう。
that's a smile that we see
Oh,
in
yeah.
みんなこれから選
season 1.
択するんだよ。
He doesn't want to do it in front of them.
Yeah.
Is that his something from Jujutsu Kaisen? His thing?
112?
Oh, wow.
Sentenced to death. Oh, your buddy.
何度も言わせるな。スグルが集落の人間を皆聞こえてますよ。だからはっつったんだ。スグルの実家はすでにもぬけの殻だった。ただ結婚と財からおそらく両親も手にかかるわけねえよ。
His own parents?
俺も何が何だかわからんのだ。いるかい？
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
いや、
I guess she doesn't know yet.
犯罪者じゃん。何か
Oh, so
no,
she's
she
a
doesn't.
criminal.
試しってとこかな。いつしだけの世界を作るんだ。
意味わかんね
子供じゃないんだ。誰でも彼でも理解してほしいとは思わないさ。
え。どうせ誰も理解してくれないってくせ
I
に
think
も
so.
それなりに子供だと思うけど。あ、五条？ゲトいたよ。そう、新宿。やだよ、殺されたくない。
She's so carefree.
Yeah.
翔子から聞いただろ。それ以上でも以下でもないさ。
だから術師以外殺すってか。親も。
親だけ特別というわけにはいかないだ
Oh
ろう。
my
Oh, maybe
goodness.
kill them.
His conviction.
Yeah.
んなこと聞いてね。ああ！
君にならできるだろう、サトル。自分にできることを人にはできやしないと言い聞かせる。君は五条悟だから最強なのか、最強だから五条悟なのか。
何が言いてんだよ。
生き方は決めた。あとは自分にできることを精一杯やるさ。
Can't do it.
Oh,
それには意味がある。
there would be a point to it. Oh.
本世教は解体されたはずだ。
別の団体でも根っこは同じさ。表向きは犬木みたいにしてるんだ。
I guess he's their leader now.
We saw him have a cult in the movie.
皆さん、お待たせしました。それでは手短に。今この瞬間からこの団体は私
It's
のもの。
mine now.
Mine.
Or
名前
else.
も改め、皆さんは今後
Be
私
sure to follow me.
Many,
Okay.
many died.
They don't have powers.
そうだ。そうださ。よろしければ壇上へ。そう、あなたです。改めて、最後の嫌い、私に従え。
You obey me
それ
now.
が私の選んだ本音。サルドも。
I remember that's how he called him.
Yeah.
Always.
シグロめぐみくんだよね。
Oh,
He came and found him.
あんた誰？っていうか、何その顔？
いや、
This looks just like him.
こっちの話。
My own
そこ
issue.
で君のお父さんさ、君のお父さんが全員家に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよ。ムカつくでしょ。で、そのお父さんなんだけど、僕が
別に。
he's gonna tell him.
何してようと興味ない。
He doesn't
何年
care.
も会ってないから顔も覚えてない。今ので話は大体分かった。
Oh.
積み木の母親も少し前から帰ってない。めぐみ帰ってきた。
君、ほん全員家行きたい？
積み木はどうなる？そこに行けば積み木は幸せになれるのか？それ次第だ。
ない。100%ない。
Oh.
それは断言できる。オッケー。あとはま強くなってよ。僕に置いていかれないくらい。
Oh.
Now he starts to nurture people.
Yeah.
2018.
五条
2018.
先生も寝るんだな。
Hey.
何言ってんの？
Oh, The Office. Where he falls asleep in the intro.
起きた。
ちょっとその椅子高いやつでしょ？
見つけといて。
Oh, he's smiling.
次、俺だ。
何笑ってんすか。
別に。
Oh.
Aww.
Discussion.
Discussion. We're back.
Yeah.
Present time.
Presents. Oh man, that was a nice ending of that arc. Even though it was sad.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't quite feeling the descent at the end of the last episode for Geto, but with this one, I really felt it.
They did it really well.
It's been a year of him dealing with this. I'm glad it wasn't just like right after the last episode he just breaks. Like it showed that it's been happening over time, and he's just struggling.
He's been struggling. Yeah, he's just thinking and stuck at the crossroads.
And no one saw it.
No one.
I mean, Gojo just assumed he was hungry. Like maybe he didn't eat. He's been losing weight. Evidently not taking care of himself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what made it worse is that they're busy and they were separated. They were doing things on their own. Shoko wasn't sent off, he was saying, right?
Yeah.
But Gojo and Satoru, same person. Gojo and Geto were going off on their own, so they just didn't have time for each other.
Yeah, the group. Yeah, so Geto's being exposed to more and more bad stuff, and this lady who just shows up out of nowhere, tells him some info, and leaves again.
Yeah.
Very weird. And she was a mystery from season 1 when we were dealing with Toto, right?
Yeah.
She was the woman that Toto met as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And just showed up
Changed his life.
Changed his life, yeah.
She also asked him, what's your type?
What type of woman do you like, or something like that?
Woman do you like?
Is that the same thing he asked?
Yeah, that's what she always
question.
asks. Yeah.
And it's how she gauges their character, I guess. Yeah. The audio design, I just want to say, was amazing this episode. Like the the shower water coming down, blending with the clapping.
And then it happening again with the rain.
And it's stopping briefly once you gave him a way out to this current broken system. Very well done. Yeah, so I mean, this lady, what do you think about her?
I wonder if she... Like, the whole fact that they got sent on a mission that didn't even matter in the end, because they ended up finding another star plasma anyway. They were making it so, you need to do this. Had another way anyways. Somebody else apparently dealt with it. Fishy.
Yeah.
And then she's the one to bring the news. I just wonder if she has, like, a deeper hand in the mess or something. Like, I wonder if she was causing this because she wanted him to do something. Maybe that's just tinfoil hattie. I don't know.
Well, I didn't consider that, but that kind of makes sense given that it was a director from the higher ups with the star plasma in the first place. But she also, they pointed out, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, she goes on.
Right. She's special grade that does nothing.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just that's what people think. It could be that she's rogue, but maybe it's something there's more going on in the background.
Maybe it's that she only works off the books.
Yeah, maybe something like the types of missions she does. Maybe she's kind of like mercenary type, like when they need her to do dirty work, but they just don't want it to look like they sent her on that mission. So she's just, she doesn't do anything because we don't send her anything.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
I was thinking that perhaps she's somebody who sees herself like as an agent of change, like how you're talking about how she showed up out of nowhere. Maybe she wanted to get to Geto, but then also with the whole Toto thing, showing up out of nowhere, this kid under a bridge. Like maybe she has an ability that brings her to places. I don't know.
Like she's a fate changer type of person.
Like this is like a nexus in time.
Oh, maybe she is, because she shows up to Geto at the time when he's basically at a crossroads.
True. Yeah.
Shows up to Toto, changes his life.
Maybe that is her job.
Maybe that's just what she does. But we also see that Geto expands his ability to basically be auto on. Is that what I got from that? Okay. It turns on automatically.
Geto?
Sorry,
Gojo.
The other guy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I wasn't following. That's all I caught was like the first sentence, and then I was gone.
Yeah, I mean, in season 1, I always thought it was automatic, and apparently, from what we've seen, it wasn't.
He had to learn.
Now. Yeah.
And he hasn't yet, at this point, learned domain expansion yet.
No. Probably his strongest ability.
Although we see also in the future that he quite literally has it on all the time now, because like even when he was chilling in the chair and we saw him with his eyes were on. Yeah.
And we also did see that he says he's using the positive energy thing to give himself a fresh brain constantly. Can you imagine just being at peak 100% of the time, like in flow states
all the time? That's
amazing.
Yeah, this guy's
and not getting tired.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the negative side of Geto being there during his development. The majority of his development, anyways, is that he knows like everything. Yeah. So he knows like how to weasel in and out with his abilities.
You know, I was thinking about that when he was when they sent him to go deal with them. Geto, I feel like even before the whole boost to Gojo, he wasn't really stronger than Gojo necessarily. There still needs to be a way to solve the Gojo issue. I mean, you know, he's a good guy on our side, but I just don't see a threat to Gojo is what I'm trying to say.
I think I remember when he was having that meeting in the cafe where he kills everybody with the evil spirit things. He was talking kind of about that to Volcano Head, who was very, you know, prideful. Oh, I can take him. But I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but it's something to the effect of where you can't complete your goal or whatever with this guy. And he was not talking like it was possible. He kind of was smiling. It's like, yeah, he's kind of, you know, impossible to beat. You know?
I think he was saying straight up, it's just until Gojo is dealt with, we cannot succeed what we're trying to do. Yeah. And he was just like, I'll fight him. It's like, you're going to die. Yeah.
Something else I was thinking, so on the same thing where Geto is saying he's like, if it were you could accomplish it, right? He knows he's not even close to Gojo's level. And I feel like that was also brewing, the fact that he wants to make a difference or find some way, but he's just not physically capable.
Probably feels inadequate.
Yeah, and that feeling of inadequacy and inferiority, I think, feeds into it too. He almost feels like you have the ability and you're not going to do anything about it. Now I have to work at doing this calling that I've given myself, basically.
Yeah, and seeing those two kids who are just being abused by the village, there is a need for protection for our side of things, and people they're just going to walk away after this, just like with Rico. They disbanded, like no one arrested them or whatever. There's no need to do anything. So their side keeps getting the hits.
Maybe that I'm trying to figure out what Gojo's angle is. Like I don't feel like we got enough background from this flashback to figure out where Gojo's mind is now. Like there's something he's working on, even with picking up Megumi.
Yeah. Like he decided, okay, I'm going to do this. Like he decided he's going to do a thing. But we still don't know what that thing is.
Yeah.
Well, he was saying he realized he wasn't strong enough to save people unless they wanted to be saved.
Yes.
And I think it's coming down to he can punch harder than anybody else, but some things he can't punch. And it's like he couldn't save Geto with his words. He couldn't see that he was hurting the way he was.
And his power wouldn't do anything except kill him.
Yeah. And so now he reached out to Megumi, this kid who probably would grow up to be a bad case. But if he can save him, he can save anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
But yeah, and that little ending is hopeful.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the kids.
Yeah, he did save some people, yeah. Yeah, and I wonder... I'm trying to figure out Megumi's significance as well, because Gojo... He wants him to be strong enough to keep up with him, which means he obviously thought he already had the potential to do so. I don't know if that's because he's from the Zenin clan or because he fought his father. He's like, wow, your father's real strong. But also, what's his name? Sukuna also is fascinated by Megumi for some reason too.
You mean Sukuna?
Sukuna. Yes.
Sukuna, yeah.
That is true. He is fascinated by Megumi. Maybe it's just the raw power that enthralls everybody. The raw potential. But, yeah. Past that, it could be also... I think it is the strength thing, but it could also be he's talking about saving Megumi so Megumi can also save other people with his abilities, because we also had in season 1, Megumi was talking about how... I can't remember his exact words, but he had an issue with why should I save some people? Like, I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a morality to it. So maybe Gojo's talking about that angle too.
Maybe. Yeah.
And also, that guy Haibara. I saw the target painted on his forehead the moment he entered the scene with Nanami. I was like, that guy is gonna die. I don't remember him.
No, he's gonna die.
I thought maybe I think I was mixing up with somebody else, but I thought there was somebody in season 1 who was like a police officer looking guy. But I think I'm mixing him up with the guy from Boku no Hero Academia, the friend of All Might, that guy, because I'm like, the characters look exactly the same in my mind. So I think it's just him. I think I just that's who I thought Haibara became in the future. Yeah. So I was like, oh, he did die.
Yeah, I remember you guys saying, oh no, he was in whatever season. I was like, nah. And I saw him when he was talking to Geto, I was like, this conversation, Geto is being all nice to him, he gonna die. Yeah, it's gonna be like one of the straws that breaks one of his spine back muscle things. Okay.
Bro, what an analogy. But
Spine muscle back thing.
I mean, Nanami, we know he's really serious in the future, but he seemed to have been serious back then too.
He was always like
scenes.
that. Yeah.
So it didn't seem like it shifted the way he acted too much. Maybe he holds people to a higher standard now because he was kind of a strict teacher.
Yeah, he was with Itadori.
Yeah.
And from the way Geto was talking to Haibara, it comes across that he wasn't the strongest sorcerer.
No.
You're probably a little bit worried about him.
He was very enthusiastic, but also naive. He seemed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We learned nothing about what his power was.
And he was talking about how he thinks he's a good judge of character. And then Geto was like, yeah, you don't think he really is.
Yeah.
Like, it could be that he's just overconfident. Maybe that was hinting, that's what it's hinting at.
That's a good point.
Maybe. I think that's it.
Yeah, this entire arc has been extremely poetic, and I'm excited for what comes next.
Same.
And also, the fact that Hidden Inventory was like 4 episodes and Premature Death was just hype out.
One episode.
It's kind of funny, but in a morbid way. So, guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like your time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, you can see the Patreon down below if you want to see uncut version of this reaction along with anything else that we do. But either way, we'll see you in City. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
A special thanks to our patrons, Lizer, Danny, Alexander Dietz, and Cubook.